Sharia, the Islamic legal system, governs all aspects of a Muslim's life. It provides a framework for ethical, moral, and societal conduct. This divine law finds its roots in two primary sources, the Quran and the Sunnah. The Quran, considered the literal word of God, is the primary source of Sharia. The Sunnah comprises the Prophet Muhammad's teachings, practices, and sayings, serving as a practical model for Muslims. Beyond these primary sources, Islamic jurisprudence relies on secondary sources to interpret and apply Sharia in diverse contexts. Ijma refers to the consensus of Islamic scholars on a particular matter. Ijtihad allows for reasoned legal interpretations by qualified scholars when no explicit guidance exists in the primary sources. Qiyas involves analogical reasoning, drawing parallels between new situations and those addressed in the Quran and Sunnah. These sources work together to guide Muslims towards living a life pleasing to God and beneficial to society. Sharia encompasses a wide range of topics, from rituals and worship to social interactions and financial transactions. It emphasizes justice, fairness, and compassion in all aspects of life. Understanding Sharia's principles is essential for Muslims navigating the complexities of the modern world while adhering to their faith's tenets. By adhering to Sharia, Muslims strive to live in harmony with God's will and contribute to a just and equitable society. The principles of Sharia aim to promote individual and collective well-being, fostering a sense of responsibility and accountability towards one another and the world. Sharia classifies human actions into two main categories, ibadat and muamalat. This classification helps Muslims understand the rulings and guidelines associated with different aspects of life. Ibadat encompasses acts of worship and rituals representing the spiritual dimension of Islam. This category includes practices like prayer, fasting, pilgrimage, and charity. The principle governing ibadat is that everything is prohibited unless explicitly permitted. Muamalat, on the other hand, encompasses social and commercial transactions, governing interactions between individuals and entities. This category covers a wide range of activities, including buying, selling, renting, partnerships, and financial agreements. The principle governing muamalat is that everything is permitted unless explicitly prohibited. This distinction highlights the emphasis on freedom and flexibility in worldly affairs, while maintaining strict adherence to divine guidelines in matters of worship. Understanding this classification is crucial for Muslims seeking to navigate their daily lives within the framework of Sharia. While ibadat requires strict adherence to prescribed rituals, muamalat allows for adaptability and innovation within the bounds of Islamic principles. This dynamic interplay between the two categories ensures that Islam remains relevant and responsive to the ever-evolving needs of society while upholding its core spiritual values. The distinction between ibadat and muamalat underscores the comprehensive nature of Sharia. It highlights the importance of both personal piety and ethical conduct in all aspects of life. This holistic approach ensures that Islamic principles are not confined to the realm of the spiritual, but extend to every facet of human endeavor. Within the realm of muamalat, Islamic jurisprudence further categorizes transactions into two primary types, muawadat and tabarruat. This distinction helps in understanding the underlying principles and legal implications of different financial dealings. Muawadat refers to compensatory transactions where an exchange of goods or services occurs with the expectation of receiving something of equal value in return. This category encompasses most commercial activities, including buying, selling, renting, and employment contracts. Tabarruat, in contrast, refers to non-compensatory transactions, where one party willingly gives to another without expecting anything in return. This category reflects the Islamic emphasis on charity, generosity, and social responsibility. Examples of tabarruat include gifts, donations, endowments, and acts of voluntary assistance. Understanding the difference between muawadat and tabarruat is crucial for conducting business and engaging in financial transactions within the framework of Islamic law. Muawadat transactions must adhere to principles of fairness, transparency, and mutual consent, ensuring that both parties benefit equitably. Tabarruat transactions, on the other hand, are driven by intentions of altruism and compassion, fostering a spirit of giving and social solidarity. This categorization reflects the Islamic emphasis on balancing individual economic pursuits with social responsibility. By encouraging both muawadat and tabaruat, Islamic finance aims to create a more equitable and just society, where wealth is not merely accumulated but also shared and utilized for the benefit of all. Section 4. Prohibitions in muawadat, riba, gara and maysir. Within the realm of muawadat, Islamic law prohibits certain practices that are considered exploitative, unjust or harmful to society. Three major prohibitions in this category are riba, gara and maysir. These prohibitions aim to ensure fairness, transparency and ethical conduct in financial transactions. Riba, often translated as interest or usury, refers to the charging or paying of any predetermined excess on a loan or debt. This practice is strictly forbidden in Islam due to its exploitative nature, where the lender profits unjustly from the borrower's need. Gharar involves excessive uncertainty or risk in a transaction where one or both parties lack essential information about the object or terms of the agreement. This prohibition protects individuals from entering into contracts that could lead to unfair outcomes or disputes. Maysir refers to any form of gambling or speculation where wealth is acquired through chance and luck, rather than through legitimate effort in exchange. This prohibition aims to prevent social ills associated with gambling, such as addiction, financial ruin, and the breakdown of families. By prohibiting riba, gharar, and maysir, Islamic finance seeks to create a more equitable and just financial system. This system prioritizes transparency, risk-sharing, and ethical conduct, ensuring that financial transactions benefit all parties involved and contribute to the well-being of society as a whole. Section 5, delving deeper into riba an-nasaya and al-fadl. Riba, a major prohibition in Islamic finance, is not a monolithic concept. It encompasses various forms, each with its own specific rulings and implications. Two primary types of riba are riba an-nasaya and riba al-fadl. Understanding the nuances of these categories is crucial for navigating the complexities of Islamic financial transactions. Riba an-nasiyah, also known as riba of delay, arises when a predetermined excess is charged on a loan repayment solely due to the extension of the repayment period. This type of riba is strictly prohibited as it exploits the borrower's need for more time, burdening them with additional costs simply for deferring payment. Riba al-fadl, also known as riba of surplus, occurs when an exchange of goods of the same type involves an unequal quantity. This type of riba typically arises in bartering transactions involving specific commodities such as gold, silver, wheat, barley, dates, and salt. For example, exchanging 1 gram of gold for 2 grams of gold would constitute riba al-fadl. While both forms of riba are strictly prohibited in Islam, understanding their specific characteristics helps Muslims avoid engaging in transactions that could be deemed impermissible. This nuanced understanding ensures that financial dealings align with the principles of fairness, transparency, and social justice that underpin Islamic finance.